come in? Excellent. Well done in bringing him, Roy. Tip the taxi driver well and send him on his way. Thank you. I wish to be alone with my special guest. Tell the guards outside that I am not to be disturbed. Now then, how have you been over the past few months? I understand that you've had quite a number of successes at my company during your internship. So many that even the managers of your superiors are taking notice of you. How does it feel to be the one on everyone's mind at the moment? Oh, where are my manners? Do sit down, please. So, the rumors about you are true. Your self-doubt has you underestimating your abilities. A pity. That is something that must be tended to, so that talent such as yours can be nurtured and allowed to flourish. Oh, and do drop the honorifics. You may simply call me Yubi. I want you to feel comfortable here. As such, would you care for some wine? It's a vintage I cannot simply get enough of. Not much of a drinker, eh? Very well. Then at least feel free to ask me if you would like some water or something of the sort later on. Now, I'm certain that you're wondering why the CEO of the company you're currently employed at has asked to speak with you, correct? Of course, you certainly do look a little bit overwhelmed, but I assure you, you're in no form of trouble. In fact, I have asked you here to provide you with the means to remove worry from the rest of your days. As CEO of the company, I find myself in a rather unique situation. So many capable, ambitious men and women under my command, but yet someone with no background in this field nor status has piqued my interest due to his work ethic and quality of his deliverables. I'll admit, I've done some research on your past. Your parents were quite forward with providing every minute detail I asked them about you. And I find myself intrigued by you. With this in mind, I have brought you here to make an offer to you. One that I assure you that has not been made to any man or woman during my life. I wish for you to become my personal assistant, attendant, and consultant to the operations of the company. You shall be greatly compensated for your work, making 16 times the amount you would bring in a year per quarter, and the means to perform your own research and experiments with the company's resources. How does that sound? You're certainly oddly quiet. Most people I know wouldn't even think about the offer and accept it right out the gate. You certainly know how to make a woman wonder about you. Indeed, it would be foolish to accept an offer without knowing all of the details and considering them. Since you've brought that up, I must confess, there is one more condition that I must add on the offer I've made. In addition to the responsibilities I have listed, you will also become my lover. The extent to which we will be related will be determined throughout our time together. And should it come to it, I am prepared to bear your child and spawn the next in line for head of the company. I am certain that sweetens the deal even further. All you need to do is accept my offer, and all of this will be yours. So, what's your decision? And here I thought that you would have responded yes, especially after my addition to our agreement. I must say, for someone with such potential for business, You seem far more moral-based than I had expected. Care to explain why you won't take me up on my offer? Fraternization within the company, and you already have a lover? Firstly, there is no need to fear legal repercussions from our relationship. You certainly underestimate the amount of lobbying power and influence I have in the courts. Even if someone filed a complaint, it would never stick, especially if we were to be married. Secondly, this lover of yours? Your parents mentioned her while I was speaking to them. What was her name again? Ah, yes, Julie. Truthfully, I had wished her name would have never been spoken during our discussion due to her transgressions against you. You didn't know? Oh, goodness, I apologize. I truly do, but during my investigations into your background, I had some private investigators look into your relationships, and when we looked into Julie, we found her outside of a rather unsavory establishment with a group of men. I understand that she's an upcoming actress, correct? Well, that tends to indulge a self-centered point of view, a need for attention as well. I believe this is what made her believe it would be appropriate to fornicate with the group of men. They were admittedly quite strapping, members of your college football team, no less. I understand that you don't believe me, and I sympathize with you, but it is the truth. We acquired statements from the men involved and even have photographic evidence of the act. Young men can be such fools when aroused, and thusly captured these images. I am so sorry. A man of your talents does not deserve such a cruel partner. This may not be the most appropriate time for my proposal to come up once again, but with this new information, I can extend my hand to you once again. Do you accept it this time? Thank you, and congratulations on your promotion. I assure you, I will take excellent care of you, and I know we'll achieve great things together. I'll have my attendants provide you with my direct contact information, and they'll begin the paperwork for your transition. Would you like to stay a little bit longer and get to know one another a bit more before our new relationship begins? I understand you wish to process the information I've given you. Please do not hesitate to call me should you require anything from a shoulder to cry on to a means of venting of your choice. I shall support you through this. Guards, take him home, and see to it that he is provided a fine meal for the evening. I will see you at our company's headquarters downtown Monday morning, okay? Be well. Talk. The Julie girl has been taken care of? And the football team? Good. See to it that Julie is taken out of the country and never to return. And pay the football team for their efforts. Full scholarship under a dummy company's name. Oh, and Jackson, my dearest assistant, ensure that the plane that wretched skank is on lacks the necessary amount of fuel to make it to her desired destination, and has a few screws loose to make it look like a human error. I would hate for something to come back to us. Excellent. Good work, Jackson. Call me back when it's done. love, how I have waited for this moment. We have so many things to do together, and I cannot wait any longer.